Hey everybody, it's Riley Morgan. Apologies in advance for this strange prison-like set that I'm in right now. I was gonna record outside and started raining, so forgot about that. I'm back again with another past gas. So the last one was entirely unsuccessful, which really encourages me going forward. That's not the point anyway, right? The point is to tell you about these weird fucking albums I found. So, I got some interesting ones today, and my only rule for today's review is no full-size records. So no just normal, boring records. They gotta be, well, I'll just tell you what I got. I have a tape, I have a 4-track, and I got a 45, a colored 45. So yeah, just a little stuff that's a little bit different. Admittedly, I came up with the name before I came up with the idea because I want to do a Misfit Monday sort of thing, since this video is coming out on a Monday, where I just review like kind of different albums I've got, and these are some really fucking different albums, trust me. Today I can actually play a little bit of one for you because I don't think this is on streaming anywhere, and I'm not really worried about getting copyright strikes on my like 3 subscriber channel, so forget about that. This is actually going to be the first one we get, and it's a bit of a cool story, the history of this one, sort of. It's like a short story. I got this when I was in Orlando a couple of weeks ago. It's called, well, it doesn't have a name. It's just Def Jeff, January 7th, 97. And then on the inside, it's just like, okay, it's dedications. Sorry, I hadn't actually read this before. He's just dedicating this album to a bunch of people, but it's a demo tape, and like I kind of got a thing for weird cassette tapes. I love cassettes; they're my favorite music format for some reason, even though they suck. I just realized I wasn't centered for the entire first 2 minutes of that. I'm very sorry. Yeah, I'm really into cassettes, kind of regardless of the genre. I don't know, I'm just into them. I think they're cool. Got a cassette shirt somewhere around here. But yeah, so I went to this record store in Orlando a couple of weeks back, and they had just a big old box of just $1 cassettes. So I figured I'd dig through it and pick out a couple of the interesting ones. The only reason I got this one, admittedly, was because of the color, because I don't have any transparent green ones yet. But I learned a little bit of interesting history about this album when I went to get Rang Up. Okay, so this is from 1997. I bought it this year in 2022. It was in the $1 bin, and the guy goes, "Oh, hey, this was made by somebody here." And I was just like, "Oh, okay, cool. You're gonna stick your own person's, music into a $1 bin? Whatever." It's weird to me, but fuck it, I have the album now. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Admittedly, I had no idea what the genre was. Like, no offense to the artist, but what exactly can you discern that this might be about from just the cover? I don't know. That's a funny move, Def Jeff. He's got a phone number on here. I just realized that's funny. Maybe I'll call it someday. That's a video idea right there. Anyway, so I don't actually know where on this tape I'm at. Alright, it actually looks like I haven't started it. But I do have my little speaker, my little Crossley speaker. I got it fucking TJ Maxx, and yeah, we're gonna give it a listen. And you'll see why I don't like it, and why. Well, I'm not gonna say why anyone would like it, because there's a market for this. Alright, max volume. Here we go.
When lightning and thunder clap, when lightning and thunder clap, we can't.
It sounds like dubstep so far, but it's like fucking laser tag music. Like, you hear this shit in a commercial for an arcade in like the 90s. I feel like I'm telling all my best insults before it actually plays. And I'm talking over it. Do you love how good quality this review is? I just have my fucking bong here because I thought it was a funny decoration, dude. This is the cleanest corner of my room. So yeah, you kind of hear it's just like skip forward a bit. So it's a tape. Tapes are dumb. You'll see it's just like all laser tag music, which is funny. It's like, come on. Just a little fussy
When lightning and
sometimes.
thunder clap.
Oh shit.
When lightning and thunder
Fuck.
clap.
I pressed the wrong button. So guess what? You're waiting again. I don't know how to edit. Isn't that great? In the meantime, not in the meantime. Never mind. I'll just wait. You can wait with me or fucking fast forward. Who gives a shit? See, this is music you fly a fucking jetpack to. I mean, hey, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. No fucking, like, nothing wrong with the artist, but I say this is probably, this is just, like, past ass, I think. There's no fault of the artist at all. Like, I'm sure the artist is a fucking great guy. The shop he works at is fucking awesome. This just isn't for me, is the thing. I could do this, I'm sure, like, I mean, yeah, this guy's, like, fucking doing this, this is cool. But I don't think it's for me. And I'll keep it for the interesting story, and maybe someday I'll call that guy. But it's not a favorite. And I'm probably not going to listen to it other than to show people, hey, look, here's this cool cassette I have. Here's the story behind it. Listen to how different it is. No, I mean, in case you see this, Deaf Jeff, I have no ill will towards you, my friend. I just don't like it. And I think it has a kind of a funny story attached to how I got it. So this next one isn't really... So, this next one's... It's like... These things you could pass up. Like, these are just random record store finds. The other one is too. Like, this is just kind of, you know, not particularly exciting Goodwill sort of finds. But this is different, because I didn't get this out of curiosity. I got this knowing what it was, which is not going to be the case for a lot of these reviews. Both of these albums I went in blind. But this is War on Women, one of my favorite bands, saw them live back in October. Live from Magpie Cage. And here's the thing, War on Women is a punk band. This is an acoustic album, which is interesting because they have the same vocalist. So it's these really cool female punk vocals, which I love. I love when fucking bands do that. I'm trying to think of another one. I can't think. I'm really fucking high right now. But yeah. So I got this knowing who these guys were, never having heard the album because I didn't know it was acoustic, and I just gave it a listen for the first time. And dude, this is so fucking cool because it's like, it really is just, it's like country music with punk vocals and punk lyrics. Not even punk vocals, I'd say. Just like softer, I guess kind of more folkish sounding vocals, if that makes any sense. I have no actual training or education in music, so I'm just talking. Yeah, it's acoustic. It's awesome. It looks like all the same musicians worked on it. Shauna Potter, I follow her on Instagram. She's awesome. Very fucking such a cool vocalist. I unfortunately can't play this one because I don't have my record player up here, and that wasn't the deal anyway. So yeah, this is really cool. I don't know if it's on streaming anywhere, but if you can find it, I highly recommend it. Regardless of what genre you're into, it kind of works for everybody. But now here's the thing. Not only is it like cool and mysterious, it's colored, so it's immediately more classy. So this isn't necessarily past, but it is gas, I assure you. Quality album right here. Love it so much. Now, this is 4 songs. It's got two of them I had heard like I had known before. The other 2, maybe this makes me a fake fan, I'd never heard of, but I did really like them. So we have Silence is the Gift, which was, I think that's one of their more popular songs. They played it live, and it's pretty high up when you go on Spotify or whatever and you sort by popular songs by them. Silence is a Gift is so good, such a, oh my gosh, the beginning there's this like, I think it's bass that, it's so good. I'll just let you listen to it because I don't know how to talk about music. And then there's Glass City, which I had heard before, and I did give the original version like a quick listen before I listened to this, and it is night and day because the Glass City from, I don't know the name of the album, but the original Glass City it comes out of the gate so hard, but this one, it just kind of fades in, like, oof, this is great. And the other two I hadn't heard before. One of them I didn't really like. I don't know. It was like, it's not that it was anything I disagreed with. I was liking what I was hearing. I just think it was the weakest of the four. I think it was, oh yeah, it has to be Predator in Chief. I have to listen to the original version again. I'm sure it's really good. I'm sure I'd love it. It might even be in my playlist. I don't know. But, yeah, not my favorite. Servilia, I really liked. I don't think I had heard that one either. And, yeah, gave that a listen. That's great. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Magpie Cage in Baltimore, Maryland is the venue. That could be a cool one to check out someday. Alright, next. This bong's going to be a hand you record holder. Lastly, we have probably my favorite of the bunch. So this is a band called Polyphemus, or Polyphemus. All I know is they're from the UK. So it's made in England. And I guess it's two guys. Yeah, I'm reading this in real time. Yeah, I don't have a script for any of this. Yeah, okay, so it was recorded in 1991 and 1992 by Brian Leary and Elvira Corral. And they just did all the instruments, including some different ones that you don't really expect to hear. This is a punk album. You don't really expect to hear in punk, like organ and tambura. I don't even actually know what that is. But yeah, so this was just a random find. I was like, just at my local store, Broken Records in Port Charlotte. They're the fucking best around here. And I was like, oh, this is a cool album cover. And I was wearing my fucking get-up with my jacket and everything. And the guy was like, oh, that's punk. And I was like, huh, okay, sweet. So I got it. And I brought it home. It is very much like 90s UK punk, for sure. Like, it's just got that sound to it. But here's the thing. I listened to it, really, really enjoyed it. All of the songs are really good. My favorite is The Chamber of Wednesdays. That's the thing. All these songs, I fucking love these names so much. So it's The Chamber of Wednesdays, What the Old Man Said, Chains of Ice, and The Sea Map. Now, I don't know if that's particularly riveting to you, but in my, like, borderline disabled state right now with the 75 milligrams of weed that's entering my system, that's pretty fucking, like, cool. I like those names, like, a lot. So, yeah, those are good names. Album's not colored or anything. In fact, it's not particularly impressive in its color or anything. I do like the subtlety of it. But, yeah, it's not particularly fancy, but I got it, and it was in amazing condition. No warping, no scratches, not even dust. Where the fuck is the opening? Okay, yeah, so this is a favorite, and this is kind of what turned me on to just letting the record store owner just tell me what to get. Like, I'll be like, oh, you got, well, I've never actually been like this, but, oh, you got Judge, you got Bad Religion, you got, fucking Alex G, and he'd be like, oh, you know what you need to listen to? The Great Village Trip EP by Polyphemus. And I'd be like, okay, you're the boss. And yeah, something like that could happen. Those guys know what they're doing. People find holy grails in their stores every day. I ask them every time I go, hey, how often do you see people lose their shit over a find? And the answer is every day, several times a day, which is fucking nuts to me. I know I found grails in record stores and freaked out. Guess it was one of those days. But yeah, I guess I'm kind of falling off the rails here. Listen to your record store owners, because they can, or like just employees, because they can recommend shit to you that you never would have thought of. Admittedly, I wish one had recommended I not get this, because I had 2 hair metal records and a Bad Religion CD in my fucking bag. I wish he had been like, are you sure you want to listen to it? Like, do you know what this is? I wish he'd asked. Still probably would have gotten it, but still, would have appreciated a heads up. So yeah, today we're going to wrap it up. Once again, that's War on Women, live from Magpie Cage, acoustic. Def Jeff, January 7th, 1997, like demo tape. And Polyphemus's Great Village Trip EP. Imagine trying to say fucking Polyphemus's with a speech impediment. Oh, geez, I'm living it. Fuck me.